Look at that, I just peeled it straight off.
So just recently, I showed you how to make your first t-shirt. If you don't know how to make t-shirts by now, or maybe you already do, but you haven't gotten to one of the easiest methods for full color prints, which is going to be direct to film. And if you have a heat press or even an iron, you can make full color print t-shirts just like this one. And you're probably thinking, Rich, you make lots of print on demand videos. What's the point of making t-shirts? Me personally, if you watch any of my videos from the very beginning, I come from a background in production, still run a screen print shop here in North Atlanta, Georgia. And the importance is, even if you do print on demand, you need to at least know how the process works. That way, if something was to happen and it was out of your control, you can't get something shipped out, you know, you're still the business owner, things are still in your hands. You need to know the process. Or one thing that we do a lot is we use print on demand to test multiple products that are being shipped out, and then when we find a winner that we need to produce ourselves, we can take all that margin in-house and ship it ourselves so that we can increase our profit margins. Or, you know, some of you guys are looking for unique placements. For example, this is a hoodie that we pressed in the past. Check it out, this is over the pocket. You wouldn't be able to do that with print on demand, but if you're capable of ordering your own transfers and you have a heat press, you could do something like this, custom placement, okay? So this was a hot seller. A lot of you guys bought this actually whenever we made this video as well. So let's go ahead and get straight to it. I'll show you how to order some transfers so that you could heat press it onto an actual t-shirt yourself so that you could create your own product. So for this video, we'll be using Ninja transfers. They have multiple DTF transfer sheets that you could actually purchase. You could build a whole gang sheet so you can put multiple designs on there, or, you know, you could just order it by size if you really wanted to. So if you just wanted to order like a few here and there, you can upload it here and you can select the sizes that you need. You can actually create with AI right here, but me personally, I'm not going to lie, I like to use the design platform Kittl just to be able to create these designs and then upload it onto here. But here's another thing though, you can actually order blank apparel on here, so you could also have the t-shirts that you actually use to put the designs onto, and you can literally get t-shirts for as low as $265 for a Gildan G500. These are very, very popular, common shirts, especially for events, trade shows. We print and use a lot of G500 for schools, okay, and churches. So check it out, $265. That's for white though, so let's see a different color. Oh man, even their colors. Oh, here we are, colors over here, $291. So think about a profit on that. You're talking about a full color print transfer on top of that, probably coming out $5. You could charge a school, church in bulk $8-9 per tee. You're in the profit. Full color too, which is crazy. Okay, so that's how you could really beat the competition. But regardless, let's go ahead and hop into creating a gang sheet. All right, so I'm actually going to use Kittl to create this design, and we're going to build out a gang sheet. One problem I showed in the last video is that you can't really export a certain size on Kittl. The largest in height you can do is 36 inches tall, but what you can do is do multiple 36 inches and then upload it here. All right, so let's go ahead and start with that. So we're going to do 22 feet wide by 10 feet tall. So boom, we have our gang sheet 22 by 120. And Kittl, man, I've been using Kittl since this thing came out. There's no way that I could not have been one of the first people to make a video on Kittl. I grew up on Photoshop, Illustrator, and it's rare now that I open Photoshop and Illustrator before I open up Kittl now. So it's kind of crazy. But they also have videos and whatnot. You can create mock-ups on here and whatnot. It's honestly crazy. So what I love about Kittl is they have multiple designs already and templates that you can already kind of get your brain flowing. So, you know, you can have ideas to kind of play around with. And it's literally just like as simple as typing in a template, and you know, it gives you multiple different assets you can play with. I'm going to use this as a template just to show you, and you know, it's up to you on what you want to do, and you can still come up with things from scratch. It has the AI design builders and whatnot as well. But what I like to do, to be honest, so as you can see, something like this is the template that they give you, right? It's up to you what you want to do with it. So I like to throw my own mock-up on here, and I just like to play around with it to see which assets and how I actually want it to look before I actually send it to print. So for example, we're going to send this to the back first, and then let's say I want this guy, right? I'm actually just going to slap him onto this hoodie, see what it actually would look like. We could do something like a left chest right here, and then I could take this rocket, I can put this as a sleeve print, do something like that. We take this guy right here, this little UFO, also put him on the sleeve, see what that would look like. And this bag of chips. Let's say I don't like the bag of chips. So this is what you would do. So I clicked on remix right here. Then I type in what I want, turn this into a spicy bag of chips, some same color and style, something that resembles spicy, such as fire on it. Change the cat on there to a robot. So click generate. So for example, you might be concerned that everyone has access to these assets, right? But you can always create your own right here that no one else would ever have because you created this using AI, okay? So now we can also take this, let's bring this guy forward, do something like that. Let's actually make this smaller. What we're going to do, we can actually move this guy, put him on the sleeve. And then while our bag of chips is loading, I'm gonna take this text right here, and then we're gonna put the name of our brand on here. I don't know what the name of our brand for this design is. I'm just gonna say Spaceman, or we could do, let's just say brand, okay? So we could do something like that. And then here's our new bag of chips. We got some fire going on, and then we're going to remove the background. I kind of like how the fire looks on there. Now, what's going to be really awesome is that you can create more assets based off of these assets. So I'm gonna click remix again. So I said, give me some of the fire elements on here, just the fire, same design style and fire colors. So that's going to give me some fire assets to play with. And honestly, I really don't even like this bag of chips anymore, but you know, that's how you begin a design. You start from one thing and then you like something else on it, and then you just keep moving forward. And then now we almost end up with a full-on design. I'm just waiting on our fire here. Boom, check that out. So I'm gonna zoom in here, and then I'm going to click remove background, copy and paste. Now what I'm going to do is erase some of this because I don't want all of it. Now do I? Actually just want a piece of it. So I'm gonna go to our erase tool right here. So I'm probably gonna do this a few times because I want to separate the layers. Boom, we'll do it once here and hit done. I'm going to vectorize this into 2 colors. That way you get the really high color. Okay, 2 colors did not do well. I'm gonna try 3 colors. That way it becomes a vector format, so it's infinitely scalable, much clearer graphic. And as you can see, boom, we got some nice little fire here. Maybe you could put it on the pocket or something, just like that. And then I want some more of this, so I'm going to copy and paste this once again, and then we're going to pull up our erase tool, and let's see, do we want this piece or this piece? Some of these pieces, I think we'll just go with those 2 middle pieces. Going to vectorize that as well. Now check it out. So now we got some more fire, and then you can keep going so you can get better, you know, random specs of the fire and whatnot. Like, I'm not too in love with this right here. Guess you could do something like that, put it on the sleeve over here, maybe delete this guy, and boom. So let me show you another trick. I'm going to lock up this hoodie real quick, and then what we can do is we can select all of these things and change all of the colors at once so that we can get something a little bit more cohesive, right? So for example, if we got multiple reds going on and we want it to be the same red, we'll just click on this one right here. This one's kind of more the orange color, and then we'll click on this right here, which is going to make it all of the same color red. So this one right here, same thing. And then the orange, we can go with the bright orange perhaps. You know, it's really just up to you. But now you might be asking, whenever we turn this into a transfer, how do we know the size that we actually want it? It's really, really simple. You take out a measuring tape and you measure how much you want it to be. So on average, like a left chest is going to be anywhere from 2 to 4 inches in size. So for example, if we want this to be 4 inches, right, I'm going to copy this. Let's head on over to our handy dandy transfer sheet, which is over here. You can do a few different things. Like I can click a new artboard right here, and then I'm going to make this 4 by 4, and then I'm just going to make this fit that artboard for a second. So at least we know it's 4 inches in height. We can make it about 8 inches. No, I'm sorry, let's do 7 inches wide. And then we could resize the artboard if we would like to kind of make it fit. Now we know this would actually be 6.2 inches wide by 4 inches in height. So that's the exact size it's going to come out to be when it comes to ordering this actual design. So you know, whenever you actually get it, it's going to be 4 inches in height. All right, so it's really that simple. You can do the same thing with the sleeves. You can do the same thing with everything else on here. And then what's awesome about ordering a gang sheet, you see how this is like one full-on design, right? If you take this to a shop, they're going to charge you for pretty much 2 placements here because this is an awkward placement. This is 3 placements. It's going to be 1, 2. You're going to have to change these into the same colors. This will be a 2-color print. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4 with the white, 5. You could get away with changing the orange, probably like 5, 6 color print on a sleeve. It would be extremely expensive to get this screen printed unless you're going with high order numbers. But you know, if you're ordering a gang sheet yourself, this is something that you could test and try really quick, see if you like the design, see if it works, then you could take it into mass production at a later time. But here's the thing, this right here, you know, a lot of people focus on like full-size prints, right? This right here is a design where it's really affordable for you to actually print because it covers up a unique amount of space. It pretty much looks like it covers the whole entire hoodie, right? But it only covers a few things, and this will be way cheaper because look at how much space it actually takes up on your gang sheet. You have so much space, okay? You still have space to do like this design multiple times over instead of doing one full, like just full on chest piece. So what do I mean by that? So let's say, here's another hoodie right here. Let's say this is the whole back piece, right? I can take this and I'm gonna show you. So a lot of people want to do like the full size print, right? So I'm gonna resize this. And you can see this hoodie right here, you could probably charge someone like 60 bucks for. The previous hoodie I just showed you, you could also charge someone 60 bucks for, right? But if I take this on over to my gang sheet, for it to be that big, it would probably be 18 inches in height. Check out how much space you're going to take up from this one compared to this one, although this design will probably make the same amount of money, if not more, than this one right here. So think about that as you build out your gang sheet, okay? So now let's say you're ready to go to print. Like I said, Kittl, you can't really export larger than a certain size. So what you can do is just you could shrink it down and you can do your artboard in multiple different sizes or different uploads. So I would do this one right here first. Going to remove the background. You can still fit a whole lot more designs on here. I'm not a huge fan of just overcrowding a gang sheet though, because it makes it difficult to cut. I like to be able to cut like straight lines and it makes it a whole lot easier. So whenever you download, make sure you're downloading in 300 DPI. If you want better colors that's going to be closer to print colors, you do want to do this in PDF and you do want to do this in CMYK, which is typically for print. I'm not huge on having to worry about that. I've never have been 10 years plus in printing. I'm not that person where, oh my God, the colors are off. You know, I feel like people who are in their own way are people who kind of just started, or, you know, just, you're going to be your own biggest critic when it comes to this. So really think about that whenever it comes to printing. The mistakes that you make, most of the time you're going to be the only person that sees it. Your customers rarely ever see the same mistakes that you see. All right, so we have the design uploaded. For example, like I said, you can only upload so large of a size. So what you can do is just cut the gang sheet that you're making in multiple different sizes. Or what you can also do, so I typically do that to center it, but what you can do as well, you could create multiple designs instead of just creating a gang sheet yourself, and then you could just upload them all. For example, let's say this is multiple different types of designs. I want this one, this one. Let's see if we can fit another one. Images are overlapping. Let's try this one right here. And then you could come on over here, select it all, and you could click auto nest, and it would do its best to fit those multiple different designs onto this actual gang sheet. So it does not necessarily, you don't have to like just build out the whole sheet yourself. You could just upload all the designs that you want, and then in here, you know, you can make it so that it'll fit. It'll fit as much as possible. Right here, we can still squeeze out a whole lot more dollars. So now all you have to do, click save, add a cart, have these transfers shipped to you, and then it's time for pressing. All right, so got the heat press out. If you want to learn more about heat presses, I'll link it down below towards the end of this video. Now we have our transfers in. It's not the ones that we just created, but it's actually the same ones from the last video. We just, look at all that. You can make so much money. All right, so here's the design that we have right here. We're gonna take this design. We're also going to take our t-shirt. I'm gonna place it on here. And I've been placing it this way for like ever since I started with heat pressing. If you see me screen print it, I'll do it the other way, but I'm not gonna do it this way when I use the heat press. I don't know why. I just like visually looking at it, the way it's going to be worn. And I know with these shirts, with these transfers, a pre-press isn't absolutely necessary, but I like getting the moisture out. Not only getting the moisture out, I just like getting the wrinkles out so I can see that it's completely flat. Now we're gonna take our design. We're gonna place it on there. Most of the time it is eyeball. In the previous video, I kind of mentioned more about your alignment a whole lot better. But over time, you get better at the placements as you go. You just get, it's just something that becomes very second nature to you whenever it comes to pressing t-shirts. Take that parchment paper, place it on top. And if you're ever confused with the temperatures, the times, it comes with instructions. All right, it comes with instructions. Look at that, I peeled it off just like that. Man, that's nice. All right, so now we'll take our parchment paper, put it directly back on, give it a nice little post press, make sure it's completely embedded into the actual fabric, all right? And that's how you take a $5 shirt and turn it into a $30 shirt, just like that. This is awesome. And it's extremely durable. Lots of people always ask, how long is it going to wash for? It's going to wash for 50 plus washes. And honestly, when it comes to these transfers, it lasts a long time. I don't even like doing that. I don't know why people like doing that for videos. I want to wear the shirt. I don't want to ruin it. Look at this one. That's a Hustle Ninja shirt right there. Let me know, you guys, if we should bring the Hustle Ninjas merch back. And then we used to do, for every single Hustle Ninja shirt that you purchase, every single dollar used to be 1 point into a giveaway for winning a heat press. We did that every single month. We did that for a little while. We gave away lots of heat presses, man. Let me know if we should bring it back. Let me know. All right, so we're gonna press one more. Look at that, I just peeled it straight off. Hot press, hot peel, hot peel. No wasted time here. So this print right here is a pretty cool print because there's some black in certain areas where it would made the print look better, but we took out the black and then we're pressing it on a black shirt. Look at that, that looks awesome. So on the boxing gloves, there would typically be black print where you see that black shading, but we took it out, we knocked out the black, and we just made it the color of the actual shirt. It's extremely vibrant. My lighting is going crazy because I guess we got the heat press on and we're in this office room instead of being out there. And I have the light and heat press plugged into the same outlet, which probably is not ideal, but look at that. And this press mark typically goes away. A lot of people are always concerned about this press box. This is one of the things I mentioned. You're going to see it, your customers are going to be unlikely to see it. And typically it goes away. The discoloration typically goes away. You'll see it more on like reds and whatnot as well. Look at that, that is awesome, man. So when it comes to this, the reason why I've been able to make so much money doing this, and you know, you could track my history as well. You know, there's been multiple videos where I show you sales and whatnot as well, but the thing is, longevity is a thing. You see lots of people doing this, they give up and whatnot. Have fun doing it. This is the most fun part. Like, no matter what, I just love still putting a print onto an actual shirt. I like seeing the creation, the process, everything. It's amazing to me. So once you actually pretty much fall in love with the process, you know, it never gets old. So if you want to use Kittl to create your designs, also purchase yourself some Ninja transfers, click the links down below. Also, I'll post a video right here and it's going to go over some heat presses for you. So go ahead and check that out. See you guys on the next one.